Earthquakes, am I right? They are one of those natural phenomena that remind us just how small and fragile we really are. Imagine going about your day, minding your own business, and suddenly the ground beneath you starts to tremble. It's like Mother Nature's way of saying, hey, don't get too comfortable. They can strike without warning, catching us completely off guard. One moment everything is calm and serene, and the next, it's like the world has been turned upside down. The unpredictability of earthquakes is what makes them so terrifying and fascinating at the same time, shaking the very ground beneath our feet. The sheer power of these seismic waves can cause buildings to sway, roads to crack, and entire landscapes to change in an instant. It's a humbling reminder of the forces at play beneath the Earth's surface. One minute you're enjoying a lovely cup of chai tea, savouring the tranquility of your home, and the next, you're holding on for dear life as everything around you starts to shake. It's a surreal experience that leaves you questioning the stability of everything you once took for granted. The next, you're convinced your dishwasher's possessed. Pots and pans clatter, dishes rattle, and for a moment it feels like you're in the middle of a poltergeist movie. It's both terrifying and oddly amusing, especially when you realise that there's nothing you can do but ride it out. And let's be honest, folks, there's nothing quite like Mother Nature deciding to rearrange the furniture without asking. Your perfectly organised living room can turn into a chaotic mess in a matter of seconds. It's like an uninvited guest who shows up and decides to redecorate. It's enough to make you spill your drink. And not just any drink, but that perfectly brewed cup of coffee or tea you were so looking forward to. The sudden jolt can send liquids flying, and before you know it, you're left with a mess to clean up and a story to tell. Which, come to think of it, is a pretty common reaction. People often react instinctively, grabbing onto whatever is nearby for support, whether it's a table, a chair, or even another person. The initial shock can be disorienting, but it's the moments that follow that truly capture the essence of human resilience and adaptability. So buckle up, buttercups, because we're about to dive into a compilation of the most epic earthquake reactions ever caught on camera. From the heart-stopping moments of sheer terror to the unexpected bursts of laughter, these videos showcase the full spectrum of human emotions in the face of nature's unpredictability. From sheer terror to side-splitting laughter, these reactions are a testament to the human spirit. Some people scream, some laugh, and some just stand there in stunned silence, trying to process what's happening. It's a fascinating glimpse into how different people cope with the same situation. These videos prove that when the Earth starts shaking, human behavior gets really, really interesting. Some folks try to save their most prized possessions, while others just try to save themselves. And then there are those who, in the midst of the chaos, find a way to inject a bit of humor into the situation. And trust me, some of these folks make a strong case for never leaving the house without a helmet. Whether it's a makeshift safety precaution or just a quirky response to the unexpected. These moments remind us that even in the face of uncertainty, we can find ways to protect ourselves and keep our spirits high. Stay tuned. All right, let's kick things off with a real nail-biter. This, my friends, is footage from a recent major earthquake that rattled more than a few nerves. I'm talking picture frames doing the jitterbug, chandeliers swinging like Tarzan, you know, the whole 9 yards. And as you can see, our friend here is experiencing just a smidge of discomfort. You know, the kind of discomfort that makes you question every life choice that led you to this exact moment. But hey, at least his couch seems to be holding up well. I'm giving it a solid 8 out of 10 on the Richter scale of sturdiness. You never know when you'll need a good couch to cling to during an earthquake. Now I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, what would I do in this situation? Well, first of all, I'd probably be wearing a much more stylish outfit, but more importantly, I'd like to think I'd remain calm, cool and collected. However, judging by the look on these people's face, I'm not so sure that's realistic. It's like they are trying to solve a really difficult math problem while riding a mechanical bull. Seriously, someone get them a stress ball, or maybe a helmet. Because if those ceiling fans come loose, we're all in trouble. Okay, folks, it's time to lighten the mood a little. Because if there's one thing I've learned from late night TV, it's that laughter is the best medicine. Except for, you know, actual medicine. That stuff's pretty important too. Anyway, check out this champ who's more concerned with their caffeine fix than the earth literally moving beneath their feet. I mean, I get it. You don't mess with a good cup of joe. Talk about dedication. I bet this person single-handedly keeps those keep calm and carry on posters in business. And just look at that form. The way they cradle that mug like it's the Stanley Cup of hot beverages is truly inspiring. I'm pretty sure they could teach a masterclass in earthquake preparedness. Forget stop, drop and roll. From now on, I'm going with grab steady and sip. Because let's be honest, when the ground starts shaking, the only thing more important than your safety is your caffeine intake. Stay tuned, folks, because we've got a whole lot more earthquake shenanigans coming your way. And trust me, you don't want to miss what happens when pets get involved. Spoiler alert, it's adorable chaos. All right, so you feel that first jolt, right? It's like the earth is saying, hey, remember me? I'm still down here. And suddenly your brain goes into overdrive. Is that a truck? Construction? Did Guillermo drop his phone again? But then, boom, the whole room starts doing the salsa, and you realize, oh, it's showtime. And that, my friends, is when the real panic sets in. It's like someone yells free guacamole, but instead of delicious avocado, it's just pure, unadulterated terror. People scrambling in every direction, tripping over furniture, knocking over lamps. It's a regular Home Alone obstacle course, but with less Christmas cheer and more existential dread. You've got your sprinters, your zigzaggers, even the occasional duck and cover enthusiast. And me? I'm usually the one frozen in place, wondering if they deliver tacos during a natural disaster. Priorities, people. Now let's talk about news anchors, those brave souls who have to keep their composure while the world literally shakes around them. You know the ones, perfectly coiffed hair, calm demeanor, like they're reporting on a sunny day at the beach instead of impending doom. I swear, these people could announce the apocalypse with a smile and a stay tuned for the weather after the break. They're the human equivalent of those inflatable tube men you see at car dealerships, just swaying in the wind, unfazed by the chaos. But every now and then, the earthquake gods decide to have a little fun, and that's when things get interesting. You can practically see the moment the news anchor realizes, oh, this is a bad one. The forced smile wavers, the eyes dart nervously, and that carefully constructed facade starts to crack. And in that brief, glorious moment, we see them for what they truly are, human beings just as terrified as the rest of us. It's oddly comforting, isn't it? Like, if the person getting paid to stay calm is freaking out, then it's perfectly acceptable for the rest of us to lose our minds. All right, let's be real. Nothing lightens the mood during a natural disaster like a confused puppy. 1 minute, they're happily chewing on a squeaky toy. The next, they're looking around like, did someone order a magnitude 7 with a side of kibble? Some dogs, they're completely unfazed. Earthquake? What earthquake? This chew toy isn't going to destroy itself. Others, they turn into furry bundles of anxiety, running in circles, whimpering, desperately searching for a safe haven. And then you have cats. Cats, the masters of nonchalance. You know the drill. Earthquake hits, the ground shakes, and the cat just casually glances up from their nap like, yeah, I felt that. Now, where was I? Oh yes, judging you silently. Seriously, you could have furniture flying across the room and a cat would just flick its tail and be like, peasants, they're the ultimate earthquake Zen masters. And honestly, I think we could all learn a thing or two from them. That, or they're just judging us for panicking. Knowing cats, it's probably both. You know, some people, they just don't like to be interrupted. Earth could be splitting open, buildings crumbling around them, and they'd be all like, hold on, let me just finish this email. This next clip, well, it's one of those. We got a real go-getter here, folks. The ground's doing the jitterbug, and they're just trying to, well, you'll see. I gotta admire the dedication. I really do. I mean, nothing says I'm unfazed like enjoying a nice tuna on rye while the world seemingly ends. Maybe he's got it right, you know? Right, you. So, what's this guy's deal? Is he oblivious? Is he brave? Or maybe he's just got a really good pair of noise-canceling headphones. Whatever it is, he's not letting a little tremor get in the way of his lunch break. And you know what? Good for him. The world needs more people who can just roll with the punches, even when those punches are coming from Mother Nature herself. He's like the opposite of those people who freak out when their Wi-Fi goes out for 5 seconds. This guy, he's built different. Stay tuned, folks, because up next we've got celebrities reacting to earthquakes. And let me tell you, some of them are a little more dramatic than our sandwich-loving friend here. All right, let's be honest, we all love a little celebrity gossip. And what's juicier than seeing how the rich and famous react when the earth throws a tantrum? Some celebrities, they keep their cool, put on a brave face for the cameras. Others, well, let's just say they handle it with a little less grace. In our next clip, we've got a tale of two reactions. On the one hand, we've got Mr. Cool Cucumber, totally unfazed by the whole ordeal, and on the other, we've got, well, let's just say they're not winning any Academy Awards for their performance. Now, you might be thinking, Jimmy, why do I care how celebrities react to earthquakes? Well, let me tell you, it's not just about the celebrities themselves, it's about the shared human experience. When the ground starts shaking, it doesn't matter if you're a Hollywood A-lister or an average Joe. Everyone feels that same jolt of fear and uncertainty. It's a great equalizer, and seeing how different people, especially those in the public eye, handle it can be both fascinating and oddly comforting. And to that I say, because it's entertaining, damn it, there's something inherently amusing about watching people, who are usually so composed and polished, lose their cool. It's like seeing your teacher trip over their own feet. It humanizes them. Plus, let's be honest, we all need a good laugh, especially in stressful times. Humor is a coping mechanism, and if a celebrity's panicked tweet can bring a smile to our faces, then why not? Plus, it reminds us that even the rich and famous are just as terrified of natural disasters as the rest of us. They might have mansions and private jets, but when the earth starts to rumble, they're diving under tables just like everyone else. It's a humbling reminder that nature doesn't discriminate. Whether you're a movie star or a barista, an earthquake will shake you up all the same. And there's something oddly reassuring about that shared vulnerability. Of course, some celebrities just can't resist the urge to document every moment of their lives, even in the midst of an earthquake. It's like they have an internal switch that flips to record as soon as anything remotely interesting happens. And while it might seem a bit narcissistic, it's also a window into their world. We get to see their raw, unfiltered reactions. And sometimes those moments are more telling than any polished interview or staged photo op. We've got tweets, Instagram stories, the whole shebang. Hey, I get it. In today's digital age, our first instinct is often to share our experiences online. It's a way of connecting with others, of saying, hey, I'm going through this too. And in the case of an earthquake, those posts can serve as real-time updates, letting friends and family know you're okay. So while it might seem frivolous, there's a practical side to it as well. When the ground's shaking and you think the world might be ending, the first thing you want to do is update your social media status. It's practically human nature. In those moments of panic, reaching out to our online communities can provide a sense of comfort and normalcy. It's a way of saying, I'm still here and I'm okay. And let's not forget, those posts can also be a source of crucial information, helping to spread awareness and keep people informed. But hey, at least they're giving us something to laugh about while we're all huddled under our desks, right? In those tense moments, a bit of levity can go a long way. Whether it's a funny tweet or a ridiculous selfie, these snippets of humor help to lighten the mood and remind us that we're all in this together. So, the next time you see a celebrity's earthquake post, take a moment to appreciate the shared humanity behind it. After all, laughter is the best medicine, even when the world is shaking. All right, folks, we've seen some pretty wild reactions so far, but nothing, and I mean nothing reactor. These are the people who treat a minor tremor like it's the apocalypse. They're running for the hills, screaming for their mothers, and probably trying to fit their entire lives into a single suitcase. Now, I'm not saying it's not okay to be scared of earthquakes. Those things are no joke. But some people, they just take it to a whole other level. And you know what? It's hilarious. I'm not sure what it is about earthquakes that brings out the drama queen in some people. Maybe it's the feeling of helplessness, or maybe they just really, really like the attention. Whatever the reason, you've got to admit their reactions are pretty entertaining. It's like watching a live-action cartoon. And hey, maybe they're onto something. Maybe if we all just scream and shout loud enough, the earthquake will get scared and go away. Or maybe, just maybe, they need to invest in a good stress ball. Either way, buckle up, because we've got a whole compilation of these over-the-top reactions coming your way. All right, we've seen some over-the-top reactions, we've seen some cool customers, but now it's time for the people who are just a little slow on the uptake. You know the type. They feel that first tremor and think, must be the garbage truck. Again. These are the folks who blame it on the ceiling fan, the washing machine, maybe even a rogue squirrel in the attic. They're convinced it's anything but an earthquake. They're looking around like, is anyone else feeling this? No? Just me? Maybe I should lay off the coffee. Meanwhile, the earth is doing the Macarena under their feet and they're still trying to figure out if they need to call the electrician, bless their hearts. But then, the moment of truth arrives. The second tremor hits, and it's not just a gentle nudge anymore. It's as if the earth itself has decided to wake up and stretch, and in doing so, it's shaking everything in its path. The initial tremor was just a teaser, a mere appetizer to the main course of chaos that's about to unfold. This time the ground's doing the wave. The walls are singing soprano, and suddenly it dawns on them. The vibrations are no longer subtle. They're a full-blown symphony of destruction. The furniture starts to dance, the pictures on the walls begin to sway, and the air is filled with the sound of creaking and groaning as the building struggles to hold itself together. You can see the light bulb go off over their heads. It's that split second of clarity amidst the chaos, where everything suddenly makes sense. The realization hits them like a ton of bricks, and you can almost see the gears turning in their heads as they piece together what's happening. It's like they've just solved a complex math equation. The kind that has been puzzling them for hours. And now, in the midst of an earthquake, the solution is crystal clear. The look of enlightenment is unmistakable, and for a brief moment there's a sense of triumph in their eyes. Wait a minute, that's not the washing machine, that's... oh my God, it's an earthquake! The realization is both shocking and terrifying. It's a moment of pure, unfiltered truth that cuts through the confusion like a knife. The words hang in the air, heavy with the weight of the situation, and just like that, the confusion melts away, replaced by a healthy dose of panic. The calm before the storm is over, and now it's all about survival. The adrenaline kicks in, and the fight-or-flight response takes over. There's no time to think, only to react. They go from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds flat. It's a mad dash for safety, a frantic scramble to find a secure spot. The once calm and composed individuals are now moving with a sense of urgency that can only be driven by sheer terror. It's like watching a nature documentary, but instead of a gazelle realizing a lion is chasing it, it's a guy in his pajamas realizing he left the stove on. The absurdity of the situation is almost comical, yet the danger is very real. The juxtaposition of everyday life and sudden disaster creates a surreal scene that is both terrifying and oddly fascinating. We've seen it all, folks, or so we thought. Just when you think you've got these earthquake reactions all figured out, someone comes along and throws a curveball. This next clip, well, let's just say it's not your average earthquake response. This is the kind of footage that makes you do a double take. You'll be scratching your head wondering if you saw what you think you saw. It's unexpected, it's hilarious, and it just might restore your faith in humanity, or at least make you question everything you thought you knew about earthquakes. So, without further ado, let's roll the tape on this head-scratcher. And remember, keep your eyes peeled, because you never know what you're going to see. This is the internet, after all. Well, there you have it. Did you see that coming? I sure didn't. I don't know what's more surprising, the reaction itself or the fact that someone actually caught it on camera. This is why we love the internet, folks. You never know what kind of gems you're going to find. Well, that's all the earthquake reactions we've got for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed watching these as much as I enjoyed reacting to them. And remember, while these reactions are funny, earthquakes are serious business. Stay safe out there, folks, and make sure you're prepared for anything Mother Nature throws your way. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go bolt my furniture to the ceiling, just in case. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more hilarious videos. We'll see you next time. And here's your chance to subscribe.